What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is Carter Scotland Allen here, and with the release of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness coming out this Friday, I thought I would take a look at every single Wanda Maximoff or Scarlet Witch appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and ranking them. So let's not waste any more time and rank all of the appearances of Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch herself, before Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. Let's get into it. So Wanda Maximoff has appeared in 7 MCU projects so far. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is going to be her next appearance. She's going to have a huge role in this film. Very excited for it. Let's get into it. Number 7. Okay, so number 7 is the Winter Soldier. Yes, Captain America and the Winter Soldier. So Wanda's appearance in Captain America and the Winter Soldier is actually just the end credit scene. This is really just like any other end credit scene really at the time for Marvel, really for any other film at the time. And that was just teasing the next film or new characters to come, and that was the Pietro and Wanda Maximoff twins, otherwise known as Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch. This scene does an okay job at setting up their future. Where I do have an issue with this end credit scene is where they call Wanda and Pietro miracles instead of mutants, and that's because of the whole Fox rights ownership at the time. It's not too big of a deal, just not really my thing, not my taste, not my cup of tea, but it was an okay, good introduction. Way to tease fans and dip their toes in the water. However, I do feel Wanda's powers looked really just bland and boring. Didn't look really anything like how they do now and like how they should. Okay, so the number 6 appearance of Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, was What If Zombies. Yes. So What If Zombies, this appearance of Wanda Maximoff isn't much more than a physical presence, a threat, a really just pure destruction. It doesn't have much character development for her because she's a zombie. The only one who really gets character development is Vision. I'm fine with that. It's just that personally she doesn't do too much in this appearance other than being a weapon. I do like, though, that with What If Zombies, it does give you a glimpse into the massive amount of power that Wanda Maximoff has. So that's why What If Zombies is the number 6 spot. Okay, so for number 5 we have Avengers Endgame. Yes, Avengers Endgame, this film is a little bit low on this list, and that is because for most of this film, Wanda is dead. Wanda is snapped away, like she was in Infinity War. We will talk about that later on this list. But yeah, Wanda, she doesn't have much to do. She has a few moments to shine where she teams up with all of the other female superheroes. That was a cool sequence. She does get some really cool fighting sequences on the battlefield. She wipes a lot of enemies out. And then she does get one good confrontation with Thanos where he's like, I don't know you, and you will. But other than that, she doesn't do much in this film. But it is still a fun appearance, and you really do get a tiny bit more of a glimpse into the trauma and the grief that she's going through that we later explore in WandaVision. Okay, so coming in at the number 4 spot, we have Captain America Civil War. And yes, I think that this appearance of Wanda Maximoff is severely underrated. I don't think people truly realize sometimes that Wanda is kind of the start of the Avengers breaking up and splitting apart due to her not being able to control the bomb in Lagos, and that ends up killing a bunch of people. It really does take an impact on her, and that causes the divide between her and Vision. Other than that, this film doesn't do too much with her because it's once again, it's a Captain America film, but it's like an Avengers 2.5 film, so it did have a lot to take and throw in there. So the fact that they were able to cram even some bit of character development for Wanda Maximoff in a Captain America film was really cool. We get some much needed moments of small character development with her cooking in the kitchen with Vision, and then leading up to her confrontation with Vision in the Avengers HQ where she's trying to break out. And Vision stops Hawkeye. She ends up basically defeating Vision in this moment to get her way. And this is kind of one of our first appearances of her doing her things her way, because that's who Wanda is. that appearance was fantastic. I also had to say her costume was fantastic. And I think in Captain America Civil War, this is the appearance of Wanda where I first personally felt an attachment to the character and where I thought the character was heading in the right direction. Okay, so we have 3 spots left, and coming in at number 3, we have Avengers Age of Ultron. Yes, this is our very first real appearance of Wanda Maximoff, as well as her brother Pietro. This film is super, super underrated. It is not a bad superhero film. It just had a lot going on. I don't think people realized the impact that it was going to have on the Marvel Cinematic Universe or the Infinity Saga overall. But this film was fun. Her reaction to Pietro's death was amazing and heartbreaking, and was one of the first moments where you're like, oh yeah, she can act. Elizabeth Olsen can act. And in this film, we do see Wanda and Pietro going from, weapons of destruction, you turn them into pure fun heroes, and I do love that about this film. And coming in at our number 2 spot, we have Avengers Infinity War. Yes, this film is fantastic. Everybody loves it. If you love Marvel, you love this film, most likely. If you like the Marvel Cinematic Universe and you don't like this film, I don't know what's going on in your head, but this movie's amazing. This is kind of like the first half, or the rising action of the love story that started in Civil War and will essentially conclude in WandaVision, or be further explored in WandaVision. It had so many great moments with Wanda and Vision, even though most of their moments happen very early on. You see them being a very loving couple on their own, enjoying life. They get attacked, Vision gets injured, basically she has to protect him, and then she doesn't. She fails, so she has to rip the Mind Stone out of Vision's head. She does kill him. Thanos rewinds time and then kills him again just for the stone. It was so awesome seeing that in theaters for the first time. I remember being just like, really, I didn't cry, whereas I was just more of like, what the fuck? Like, watching a character die twice on screen, usually you would hear, oh, a character dying twice on screen, it's not going to have that much impact. But it happens literally in like 60 seconds of the times that Vision dies the first and the second time. It is just a great appearance, and it was a really tough choice between this number 2 spot and the number 1 spot. But with that, let's get right into the number 1 spot of the best Scarlet Witch, Wanda Maximoff appearances so far, and that is WandaVision. Number 1, the best appearance of Wanda Maximoff is WandaVision. I loved this show. It is still, I think, my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe show that has been released, my favorite Disney Plus show that's been released for Marvel. It started at the top, and for me personally, I think the shows have gone down in quality since. I just loved this show. Every episode being different was amazing, and the storytelling was fantastic. The acting, the casting was fantastic. The Billy and Tommy introduction was really cool. It really does give you it's not the first glimpse, but it's a step towards Wanda becoming a villain. I'm personally wanting that. I don't know how long she's going to stay a villain, but I would love to see her truly go House of M some point. But I loved this show. It was fantastic, and it's my favorite appearance of Wanda Maximoff so far. The show took wild risks that I personally felt rewarded for by the end of the season. The only complaint in the whole season that I had was the Ralph Bohner character, because I personally was on the Mephisto train, so screw you, New Rock Stars, Eric Voss. That sucked, because I was actually looking forward to that. But, if that's the only complaint that you have, is that one character and one little joke, then I'm okay with that. I'll be okay. But WandaVision is my favorite appearance of the character so far. Can't wait to see what she does in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I'm Carter Scotland Allen. This was my ranking for every Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch appearance in the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far. Stay tuned for my review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which will come out this Friday when the film releases. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Carter Scotland Allen, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.